stinky farts.
Alright guys, what is going on? We got a new tent, and it's the ROAM Vagabond, and we're about to sell the CVT Mount Shasta Extended, and I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video about both of them if you're kind of considering both. Like I said, we're not sponsored by CVT, we're not sponsored by ROAM. We slept, how many nights do you think total in the ROAM tents? Both ROAM, both
CVT tents.
Yeah, oh yeah, both CVT tents, both the Mount Shastas. How many nights do you think we've slept in?
Maybe 8 to 10.
8 to 10? 8 to 10 nights in both Mount Shasta.
You did a couple by yourself.
I did do a couple by myself.
I mean, we did 3 nights alone in that one. So yeah, I would say about 10.
Yep. So let's go ahead and take a look at both of these tents. Let's go walk over to the ROAM together. Come on down here, Boo. Because you kind of notice things too that I don't. So first, let's kind of talk about the material of the tent. I would say they're very similar. Like, yeah. They got this like crosshatch canvas. Material-wise, they're both pretty similar. Ladder's
pretty much the same. I like that it's black. Like it matches everything.
And that was a big thing too. We wanted to get a black tent. And this is, I mean, when you look at it, it's black, but it almost has like a dark gray.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a pure black. Like this is kind of a, well, this is kind of a shiny black, but kind of has a dark gray, which, I mean, it looks fine. It looks great. Yeah, it looks really good. So when it comes to the ladder, material is the same. They're aluminum. Very similar design.
This is a little bit more grippy.
Yeah. So this has like a textured finish to it.
The CVT is more like
a smooth aluminum. Yeah. It's almost like this one has like a powder coat to it. Ladder connections, very similar. The tent bags, I know we had one for ours, CVT. This came with 2. Now the one thing that the CVT did not have that the ROAM has that we really like is this like gear hanging mesh underneath. The CVT one, it was interesting because our Mount Shasta had like a metal diamond plate.
Yeah.
This one has like an ABS polycarbonate plastic to it. Now we're kind of back to the metal diamond plate look, which I like. It's black also. It's shiny. It's pretty nice. But yeah, this cargo thing is really cool just because, let's say you go to the beach, right? Your clothes get wet or you have a wet towel. Sand. You can toss it in here and the sand will fall through it, and you can kind of just dry things out on top of this. I think it's going to be really useful. Yeah, I think we're going to...
We went to the beach, we were just hanging stuff on the ladder and stuff.
So while we're down here, we have the cover rolled in, and this was pretty easy to roll up.
Oh yeah. Once we realized that you can do that.
The size of this tent is very similar to the Mount Shasta Extended, because this one's got the annex room. They're very similar in size, but I want to say the ROAM has a slimmer profile. It has a slimmer, when it's bundled up, it has a slimmer profile inside the tent bag. So yeah, so I'll show you a rear shot of the CVT tent, and I'll show you a rear shot of the ROAM tent to kind of give you guys an idea. But that kind of translates into the tent cover. The tent cover to me is a little easier, like it's more manageable.
Yeah. It feels lighter.
It feels lighter, but it's not thinner. Like, it's still thick. The cover wise, I would say the cover on the ROAM tent is a lot easier managed.
I think it's more form fitting.
It's more form fitting, but it's not super tight on the tent when you're folding the tent up. So kind of moving more to the outside. When it comes to the CVT, you don't have this like little bay window overlooking the edge of the tent. But one thing you'll notice is there is a bar system that comes over the extended part of the tent inside here. And the CVT has a central bar that connects from the front to the center up top over here. The ROAM does not have that. To combat that, what ROAM does is they will end up putting, you have to put the corners, tie them down. So that kind of gives the support typically that the center bar would provide on the CVT. It's kind of a trade-off. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, you kind of trade that off and you get the...
One thing I see that being a problem, like if you're not in the right spot to tie them down, I think CVT maybe has the one-up on that with that bar.
Yeah, the center bar.
We've camped plenty of nights without the annex. And we never had an issue with the extended piece.
Yeah, the center bar provided enough support in here.
It's a little bit windy, and we had to tie it down just so it wouldn't move.
Yeah, so I mean it's a little bit of a trade-off, but I mean it's kind of a minor one. But yeah, if you don't tie the ends of this tent down, there is a potential to get an updraft in here and it kind of fold in on itself, I think. So
I don't think there's many nights that we plan to camp without the annex, because it does provide that privacy. It does provide a little bit of shelter, like a Cape Lookout. So I think most of the times we're always going to have the annex.
Yep.
But if someone wants to buy a tent and not carry the annex around, that's something to consider.
Yep. So let's talk about the inside here. Space-wise, compared to the Mount Shasta, what do you think?
It's pretty much identical. I've laid in it pretending like we're camping in it, and they're pretty much the same size. You can easily fit 2 people. I'm about 5'6", and my feet come to like here. So you still have a little bit of room to put, you know, like we had the heater one night. If you sleep with dogs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still has the same amount of room as the Shasta.
All right, so mattress, comparing the new Shasta extended mattress versus the ROAM Vagabond mattress.
The mattress feels good. Now it's not broken in, but it does feel good. It does have like a memory on it, so it felt good, especially because I sleep on my side. It doesn't hurt my hips. And the mattress on this one, and we can show you on the CVT, it has like this weatherproofing underneath, whereas the Shasta mattress is all this fabric up here all around. So I think this will be good for like colder weather or any type of moisture.
And the ROAM came with a condensation mat. Now, how much did we pay for the CVT? It was over 2, right?
It was like $2,100.
And our CVT did not come with a condensation mat. You had to pay extra for it. This one came with it, a nice little orange little It's a nice little touch up to add a little more protection. So the other thing you pointed out was the Stargazing Windows.
Yeah, so in the ROAM one, which makes the most sense, the inside, when you're zipping it open, say you want some airflow, the canvas part is on the inside, so you don't have to open up the mesh.
To roll up the canvas.
Yeah. The Shasta, the mesh is on the inside, so you would have to open up the mesh, then open up the canvas, roll that up, and then close the mesh. So like if it's raining or you have a lot of bugs, like we had a bunch of ladybugs at one time, you would have some, there might be something coming in, where this one you don't even have to open up the mesh to get that sunlight coming in.
Yeah.
So that was huge. I was like, wow, it's the little things.
It's little things that, like, if you're new to rooftop tents and new to camping and stuff and overlanding, you wouldn't notice those things right away unless you try different tents. And that was really kind of the biggest thing. I wanted to try a different tent outside of CVT to see what other brands would offer. And that's definitely something you notice right away.
Yeah.
The elastic stuff. Talk about that real quick.
Let me grab one.
Yep.
So on this side. So these little bungee cords came with it, and what they do, there's little latch points on around the window, 4 areas of the window, and what they do, you attach them from side to side. Previously, when we would be packing up our tent, I would have to stand on the tailgate of the truck, and while George was putting it away, I would have to kind of slice it in so it wasn't bunched out, so it would be easy to zip it up. Well, what these bungee cords do, you hook them up when you're done with the tent, and as you're folding it over, it pulls the sides in, so you don't have to do that. You'll still have to do a little bit of tucking with like the rain fly and everything, but
it's not that big of a deal.
It makes that pack up a lot easier.
Yeah.
The other one that I love is the pockets. And we'll show you on the Shasta. The pockets on here doesn't interfere with the mattress at all. It's easy to put your phone in there. It's easy access, and you got 4 of them. 2 up here, 2 in the back. The Shasta one is like down here, and they were really long, so they would like hang on the mattress. So like,
yeah, we'll show you guys in a second.
It was just a weird placement for it. So it's just little things that you notice. But as far as the inside, the rest of it is pretty much identical.
Yeah, and the color inside is really pleasing. I know we got a canvas gray on the CVT, and the one thing I noticed when we unfolded this one before we opened up all the windows, it's almost like blackout inside.
Yeah.
So it's super dark. I know 230 has a tent that has like advertised blackout capabilities, but like it was super dark inside the tent when everything was zipped up. So I think that covers most of the, you know, the things that we noticed on the inside. I haven't actually still sat inside the tent, but I will in a little bit. But let's go ahead and walk over to... Oh, wait. Before we do that, let's talk about one more thing on the outside. The poles on this are a lot easier to set up than the CVT. The tension is still good on the cover, but these were a lot easier to manage. I think the poles are a little longer on the CVT, but yeah, I don't know if the windows are a little bit bigger maybe on the CVT, but it's negligible. Now we're kind of in the, not everything's set up, we're kind of just cleaning out this tent for the new owner. Hopefully there's not a lot of wind noise inside here. But let's go ahead and talk about the mattress in here.
So you can see what I was talking about earlier. One, no condensation net, and two, that the fabric is all the same all the way around. Which, I mean, I guess would be easy to wash, but so would the ROAM one. Yeah. But I just thought that extra little piece was nice. The pockets, like I was talking about, so the ROAM ones were right here. Here's the pockets for the Shasta. You can see that they're kind of long, they kind of sink inside the mattress, so it, I mean, it's little things like that. And then if you look up top, you can see what I was talking about, how the mesh is on the inside and the canvas is on the outside. Yeah. So if you didn't have this and you wanted to use just the mesh, it is kind of a pain. But.
Yeah. But other than that, they're very similar tents. I mean, did you have any specific complaints about the CVT?
No, I absolutely loved it. I even said, I mean, we've had plenty of nights, but then you notice like little things when you get the new tent, like, oh, this is nicer.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I like is this window. Because at the beach, it would have been great to just wake up and look out at your feet and just see the ocean.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it is a possibility for my birthday coming up that we're going to take a few days and go to Cape Lookout again. We're not going to do 3 nights. No. We're going to do 2 nights, maybe 3 days at the beach. And yeah, I think it'll be a good shakedown run to see how the Vagabond holds up. I don't have any worries about it holding up at the beach, but it's going to be exciting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully we covered everything that you would want to see in a comparison video. I know we're getting ready to CVT. As always, discount codes in the description. If you want to purchase a ROAM Vagabond tent, I have the discount code in the description of this video and all my other videos where I talk about ROAM stuff. And sometimes they update the discount code and I'll update it there. So if you found this video, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys. Bye.